Joyride, 1957, a novel of intrigue by J.P. Wasmiller, Chapter 82. Let me give you a full massage, the librarian said. I guarantee it will cure you. She got a pad from the corner, put it on her desk, and beckoned him to lay down. She helped him with his clothes and then stripped off all hers as well. The massage lasted 30 minutes and the recovery phase 2 hours. As James was leaving the library, he met the priest at the door. Did you find what you were looking for? He asked James, blocking his path. I did, Father. I'm glad. I wish you well in your research, the priest said, extending his hand and stepping aside. Thank you, Father. I'll try to get to Mass one of these days. Bless you, my son, the priest said, then walked toward the librarian's office. Did he review the document? He asked the librarian, who had only her pink panties on. Yes, Father, she said. Do you think he bought it? The priest asked. Lock, stock, and barrel, she said, stepping toward him. He reached in his pocket, pulled out a Canadian $100 bill. She slipped the 100 into the front of her panties and then took his arm. Any sore muscles, Father? She asked, squeezing his arm. My left hamstring has been really tight, he said, pointing. Let me massage that out, she said, pointing for him to take off his pants and lay face down on the mat. James soon was back in the hotel room. Bree was seated at the dressing table in a Royal Anne white terry-cloth robe. She let it fall open as he came up to her and kissed her. Did you find everything you were looking for? She asked, putting her arm around him, letting her robe fall completely open. I did. Well, almost. The librarian had a file which told of a conversation Father Pandolsi had with the natives. It said that the natives had known of white men visiting the area several generations before he founded his mission in 1859. James rubbed his still painful right temple. She noticed, stood, and led him toward the bed. Maybe would it be all right if we left tomorrow rather than the next day? James asked tentatively. Of course, sweetheart. Whatever wish you wish is my wish, she said. He stared into her dark eyes and said, I love you. She stared back and repeated that phrase. She could smell the musky female smell of the librarian and the hint of perfume. Taboo, she thought. As she kissed him, she could taste the librarian's lipstick, but she was having the time of her life with a man who she could not predict and who was in love with her, and she was not about to let her new life get away, no matter the cost.